Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Combo on CC&Z, drops him down very low, shackled to the catapult. Z-Freak comes in to secure the kill.
Great, that was one of those, you would love to be in the voice call, whatever they're using, bottom lane.
Moon again. I feel like this shouldn't be happening this often, but land a couple of cast bounces, get Pycat some movement speed from the injured nature of Moo up towards top, and it's hard to run away from 500 movement speed.
So going back to the point, though, clearly great communication on the side of Complexity with the immediate TP for Wind Ranger as Kunkka was going for the combo, but then great play from OpTic bottom lane. They saw Wind Ranger TP middle, they take advantage, they kill Moomiander, and they're going for another kill. He's fine here now.
Can't do it that many times, right? Surely it won't happen. But at the same time, they're going for the other Meander on top lane. They throw the Gale towards Adam. Is there another crush from Zai or Bash? He's trying to right-click for Bashes. He's just standing there. 33's dying, by the way, to the Fatal Bonds. And by dying, is he dead? 11 HP? Is there anything else that's linked up? No.
Fine.
Calculated.
That was very close right there. So, obviously, as we're kicking off here with OpTic versus Complexity overall, the NA region, real quick shout-outs to the other regions currently going on. Game number 3 of SG versus Pain is happening over on the BTS2 stream with Grant and Brax. On BTS3, you got Leviathan versus Just a Squad with Robin Rollcasting. BTS4, Kingwin versus Singularity with Draskell and Lyrical. And then on BTS5, OG versus Alliance with Killer Pigeon and Lizard. There is so much casting, 5 different channels of non-stop Dota 2 regional coverage coming at you, so definitely check out any of that. But we're happy to see you here, of course. Any region, this is the good one, in my opinion.
I mean, get that multi-twitch up, watch them all, with all of the audio on all of them. It's the optimum Dota experience right there. Alright, so the real bad thing for Complexity on this bottom lane is the fact that Pycat is almost level 6. That means that once he gets that, like, Moon by himself is just completely boned, and that means PPD can kind of just wander around and maybe help them kill off top lane, maybe they needed help, as Moo is going to go down.
Yeah, that Poison Sting is doing a lot of work from the Venomancer. I've seen it several times. Moo constantly low on life, and this time, finally suffering his death despite Doppelganger. It's just not enough to keep him alive for the getaway. Zai's hunting at him meanwhile, but it's going to allow for a tower push, at least some tower pressure from 3-3 at the top lane. Instead, they bring it back with, of course, finish. Limp, middle lane? No, he's just farming. Torrent there.
Zai is bloodthirsty right now, like, going all the way back into the trees. They're throwing Plague Wards back there as well, just keep an eye on where the Warlock is. Zai has 2 points in the sprint. They'll just charge right out of there. So, I mean, with that amount of movement speed up against a Warlock with no control, a Phantom Lancer with barely any control, like, there's not much that's actually scaring him unless they have a Z-Freak rotation, and he was on the bottom lane.
Yeah, you mentioned 2 points in the sprint. I wouldn't be surprised if he just goes for level 4 sprint right away. Ever since that change happened to where you just run so much faster in the water itself, roaming from lane to lane, the whole debate will start to be brought up. Okay, do you maybe max it out first? And Zai potentially will go that direction. I just think for the mobility to go from lane to lane, it's a powerful tool to have. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zai does go for that here. Middle lane, though, they're going to wrap around, try for a kill.
Limp does have raindrops, 1 bottle charge if the splitter is left. And so he's going to get the run out, so maybe that's going to protect him. CC&Z does get dragged back into the boat, and the cast is still bouncing. Z-Freak, once again, TPing in to give Limp a little bit of cover. Just a little bit short on damage up against that boat. If Limp wasn't able to get that one out, probably does go down there.
Yeah, they needed that initial stun before the ghost ship came out. It wasn't able to hit. Good job by Limp, seeing that it was coming and made the reaction in time. So Blade Mill will be the item of choice on Bloodseeker, by the way. Again, this is just like the natural Pycat build. Rupture.
Yeah, now Moon is bleeding. Torrent is going to be dodged. They are going to back off up against that third hero and save their Earthshaker, but I mean, this is what's great about Bloodseeker is that you can force these rotations every, 60 seconds? Yeah, every minute. You pop a Rupture on someone and you either get the kill, force a TP, or force a rotation, and you don't get the kill, who cares? Just go back to farming.
That's actually an interesting point, too, with the Bloodseeker, how we saw a lot of the Lincolns coming out last game, both naturally heroes like the Queen of Pain, even the Wind Ranger, who just naturally would pick it up. I'm sure there is a Wind Ranger this time around, but neither Kunkka or Phantom Lancer are necessarily these cores that are looking to pick up a Lincoln Sphere, and I wonder if they're probably not going to, is my ultimate point, and so that's why the Rupture potentially could be that much stronger this time around.
They'll have to resort to just grouping up as a 5-man, keeping himself safe that way. Unlike CCNC, who kind of goes in by himself with a Haste Rune and just gets annihilated, and 33 takes a little bit of damage on the retreat as well. Had a Haste Rune, but X marks the spot, doesn't care about your Haste Rune.
That was one of those, I have a Haste Rune, I'm unkillable mentalities that we see so often, but guess what? You're not, especially against X marks the spot from the Kunkka. And credit to Limp, though. He's doing a hell of a job with his reactions, and he's making it look easy, but as soon as he sees them coming in, I mean, he's putting the X down, the ship comes out, and yet another, in this case, a turn kill even, onto the mid hero, that's Leshrac.
Both Limp and Z-Freak, they're moving, man. They're all over the place. You don't really know where they're going to show up, and with shackle shots or a boat or a torrent, like, all these tools just completely halt a gank, and you can see it's kind of working. It's getting Moo a little bit of time to recover. Definitely not the greatest start from the Phantom Lancer a little bit beforehand, but now third place in the net worth is doing just fine. And if you're able to buy this kind of space from your Phantom Lancer just with 1 or 2 heroes, kind of doing what they would ordinarily do anyway, that's a pretty nice win. Moon is going to be forced to TP out of this bottom lane as 33 and, well, actually 4 heroes from OpTic converge on bottom. But again, this is space that Phantom Lancer is going to be more than happy to abuse.
Yeah, and I like the decision here from Moo on Phantom Lancer to go for the casual Hooded Defiance build. This is a lineup that you would definitely like to see it against a Leshrac, Venom Core. Meanwhile, Witch Doctor's caught. He's probably dead.
Power shot already used. There's a Fissure coming in, but that's not going to do much damage. Z-Freak taking the Pulse Nova, taking the Edict from CCNC, and will get ground down as Highcat and Zai come in from the river kill off him. 1 point Buddha Restoration?
Yeah,
super value.
That value goes back to it. When you do not have enough burst damage to take out the Witch Doctor lowly support, you got to be feeling bad, man, if you're Complexity. Adam, he's also going to be spotted top lane by Zai. I don't think he's going to get the backup, though. And Zai will probably want to run away himself as Wind Ranger TP's in. Shackle Shot could do him in.
Shackle in the Bloodright, which isn't going to give him much cover. Pycat is going to wander right by. Yeah, Zai kind of got taunted by his own bash. I'm like 100% sure if he didn't bash there, he would just left. Sometimes it happens like that. But hey, you lose your Slardar. It's not really the end of the world there from OpTic, because, I mean, look at bottom lane. It's completely destroyed, pushed all the way down to the tier 2. Someone's got to deal with this. And Moon, he absolutely needs to get this gold. It's 13 minutes now for Forest Shaker. Now's about the time when you want to be, maybe picking up your Blink Dagger immediately, if not in another 100, 200 gold, but still, he's quite a ways away.
Yeah, I would like to see Moo go probably right into the Diffusal Blade after this, get that tankier item in the Hooded Defiance. Like I said, it makes a lot of sense this game, a great item choice, but it starts needing to start to put out some decent damage with the Diffusal Blade, so we'll see if that's the direction he goes for. But I'm finding this item on Venomancer a little bit intriguing. Going the Urn build, I know this isn't your safe lane mid Venomancer by any means, but more the off lane instead of being played by 3-3. But gonna go the Urn, and looks like it has a Veil queued up, which I do like, and maybe even like a Blink Dagger Ags would be no ultimate kind of finish. But yeah, the early Urn, I suppose it's always good to have one on the team if you can put value into it.
Yeah, you're looking to team up with your Bloodseeker, or at least use your Bloodseeker to kind of wander around the map. We can see Zai doing pretty much exactly that the entire game, so get a little bit more reward. And Venomancer, I mean, early on, any item is good on Venomancer, but there isn't really like, you absolutely must get this type of item. Chaotic Arc is going to drop on top lane, kind of give Moo a little bit of space. With both coming in as well, they'll take down Pycat. Zai's Shackle will fail. He does have a Crush, but his sprint has worn out, and he'll get yanked right back into a swarm of angry Complexity heroes. Zai will fall as well. They'll lose 2, and Complexity will also take that tower on top side.
We're seeing that. We saw this first game as well with the Bloodseeker. The Rupture, as much as powerful as it sounds on paper, it's maybe not as strong in practice against these top tier teams, because Venomancer just literally stood there and he got the supports. Meanwhile, middle lane,
great stun from CCNC onto 2. Z-Freak and Adam, you get put into the Pulse Nova. Moon's coming in, but that's a slow TP because everyone else came in beforehand. Moon is going to find the Witch Doctor, but again, this PPD Witch Doctor is seemingly invulnerable. Looking at CCNC now, gets X marked back into that torrent, but Cat 33, they're both here. Poison Nova does connect onto the Phantom Lancer, they rupture the real one as well, and now Moo's got to sit there and take it. Cat can challenge him, and should be able to take him down. Disengage away from the boat, but still Moo will fall. And it looks like Moon was able to kill off the Witch Doctor. But you look at that, he did it.
Yeah.
That's a Blink Dagger.
That's a case where the rupture does come through, obviously, when they've already picked off some of the supports as well. And at that point, Phantom Lancer had no choice but to try to stand still and survive. But the rum drink, still not enough to stay alive. But this is a big item for complexity, naturally. Is the Blink Dagger on Earthshaker finally being purchased by Moon Meander, approaching now 16 minutes in. We'll see if maybe a smoke comes out shortly after this. You know, with him, the Kunkka Shadowblade, I got it. Oh, no, he's actually not going Shadow. Interesting. He's going right into a BKB for Limp's first choice. That's a little curious to me, because just about to say, you know, with the Shadowblade, I mean, there is a Corrosive Haze on the other side. There is Bloodseeker, so I could see maybe the reasons why they want to stay away from an item like that, but it's just naturally so good on Kunkka.
Yeah, at least you see, like, Armlets, Halberd has been getting a lot more traction on Kunkka, just some sort of increased strength / damage item. I mean, I guess BKB does give you that kind of, but yeah, BKB, though an incredible item, is usually something you want to pick up after you're ready to do some damage. They do have this kind of nice timing with the Blink Dagger, though, so maybe between those two items, get the hood on the Phantom Lancer, they can look to start some fights. At the very least, force a fight once the Chaotic Offering from Warlock is up. Still 30 seconds till that, but they're really eager to get fight ready.
90 gold per minute talent on a core hero and Venomancer, pretty strong. Picked up here by 3-3. He's also level 12, up there with the top of the game. You see level 13, and CCNC, meanwhile, smoked up. They're looking to make a play bottom.
PPD already revealed himself. Limp has the haste rune, gonna throw the boat right after this Venomancer. Gonna connect perfectly. Chain stun, looking pretty good. Can he get anything off? No. He'll go down, but they do come over two-man split Earth, and CCNC does push right in along with Cat. Chaotic Offering good job, gives Limp and Moon a little bit of space to escape. Looks like Limp will not get out, but they do get out with the Earthshaker. Moon now coming in, straight in, along with Moon. He actually teleported back towards the shrine, comes and kills off PPD. As the crush from Zai not gonna land, Shackle Shot from Siegfried will land. Power shotting through two of them as well. CCNC kind of low and running dry on mana. Everyone else running dry on health, so Complexity with a really nice response. End up getting a 2-for-1, however, that is still Chaotic Offering down. Kind of an expensive fight there for Complexity, though they did win it.
I think that's the strongest point right there, is that for what was used in that fight, I'm happy if I'm off.